Switzerland. An economic miracle? Don't be so sure. Switzerland. Land of mountains, chocolate, and being ridiculously wealthy. Seriously, how did this tiny country, with more cows than people in some places, become an economic powerhouse? Some call it a miracle, but I'm skeptical. Miracles usually involve doves and disappearing acts, not clever economic policies and a whole lot of cheese. So, let's dive into the real story of how Switzerland became, well, Switzerland. We'll explore the historical quirks, the political maneuvering, and yes, even the chocolate that helped this little nation punch way above its weight class. Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the secrets of Switzerland's success. But be warned, you might start craving fondue by the end of this. From cows to cash, the early days of Swiss success. The journey of Switzerland from a humble agrarian society to a global economic powerhouse is nothing short of remarkable. Let's rewind a bit, shall we? To truly understand this transformation, we need to go back in time. Back in the day, Switzerland wasn't exactly known for its booming economy. It was a simple, rural country with a focus on agriculture. It was a landlocked country with limited resources, surrounded by powerful and often grumpy neighbors. The Swiss had to be resourceful to survive. Not exactly the recipe for economic domination. So, what changed? How did they turn things around? Well, the Swiss got crafty. They realized that they couldn't rely on natural resources alone. They turned their lack of natural resources into an advantage, focusing on skills and industries that didn't require digging stuff out of the ground. Instead, they honed their craftsmanship. They became masters of craftsmanship, specializing in things like watchmaking, textiles, and of course, chocolate. These industries didn't just require skill, they demanded precision and dedication. These industries thrived on precision, quality, and a healthy dose of Swiss ingenuity. The Swiss commitment to excellence became their hallmark. This early focus on specialized skills laid the foundation for Switzerland's future economic success. It was a strategic move that paid off in the long run. It taught them the value of quality over quantity, a lesson that would serve them well in the centuries to come. This dedication to quality became the cornerstone of Swiss prosperity. Staying neutral. A genius move or just lucky timing? One of the first things you learn about Switzerland is its neutrality. It's practically their brand. They haven't picked a side in a war since Napoleon was still rocking that bicorn hat. Coincidence? Not a chance. This was a calculated decision. See, while the rest of Europe was busy blowing each other up every other Tuesday, Switzerland was like that one sensible friend at a party, quietly sipping their drink and watching the chaos unfold. They knew the value of staying out of trouble. This neutrality wasn't just about pacifism, though. It was about survival and prosperity. It was a strategic business decision. By staying out of wars, Switzerland created a safe haven for capital and commerce. By staying neutral, Switzerland ensured that it remained a stable and secure place. This attracted not just money, but also trust. When the going got tough, and believe me, it got tough in Europe, people with money needed a place to stash it. Switzerland became that sanctuary. Switzerland, with its stable government and aversion to getting bombed, was the perfect vault. It was a genius move that paid off in more ways than one. Money makes the world go round, especially in Swiss banks. Speaking of money, let's dive into the world of those infamous Swiss banks. You know, the ones shrouded in secrecy, with numbered accounts and enough hidden gold to make a dragon jealous. These banks have been the subject of countless stories and legends. Now, the Swiss banking system wasn't built on secrecy alone. It has a rich history that dates back centuries. It offered something much more valuable: stability. This stability was not just a fluke. It was the result of meticulous planning and stringent regulations. They had a long-standing tradition of financial prudence, with strong regulations and a rock-solid currency. The Swiss franc is known for its reliability and strength. This made Swiss banks a magnet for international investors looking for a safe haven for their assets. Investors from all over the world flocked to Switzerland to safeguard their wealth. Of course, this secrecy also attracted some less than savory characters looking to hide their ill-gotten gains. The allure of anonymity can be a double-edged sword, but that's a story for another time. The focus here is on the legitimate aspects that have made Swiss banks so reputable. The point is, Swiss banks became synonymous with security and discretion, further cementing Switzerland's position as a global financial powerhouse. Their reputation for trustworthiness continues to attract clients from every corner of the globe. Section 5. Swiss watches. Chocolate and pharmaceuticals? Sure, we all know about Swiss watches and chocolate. They're practically national treasures. But what about pharmaceuticals? Turns out Switzerland is a major player in the pharmaceutical industry too. This might seem like a strange leap from timepieces and tasty treats, but it makes sense when you think about it. Pharmaceuticals, like watchmaking, require precision innovation and a commitment to quality. All things the Swiss excel at. Plus, the country's strong financial sector provided the capital needed for research and development. This diversification into high-value industries like pharmaceuticals has been key to Switzerland's economic success. It's allowed them to stay ahead of the curve, adapting to changing global markets and maintaining their competitive edge. Section 6. Education, education, education. The Swiss secret sauce? Okay, so maybe it's not a secret, but Switzerland takes education very seriously. They invest heavily in their public education system, ensuring that their citizens are equipped with the skills and knowledge needed to thrive in a competitive global economy. But it's not just about pumping out graduates with fancy diplomas. The Swiss education system focuses on vocational training and apprenticeships, providing young people with practical skills that are directly applicable to the workforce. This emphasis on hands-on learning has created a highly skilled workforce that is the envy of the world. Section 7. Small country, big ideas. How Switzerland punches above its weight. Switzerland might be small, but they've got a knack for punching above their weight class. They're home to numerous multinational corporations, research institutions, and international organizations, all drawn to the country's stability, skilled workforce, and business-friendly environment. This ability to attract and retain global players has been crucial to Switzerland's economic success. It's allowed them to tap into international markets, foster innovation, and maintain their position at the forefront of the global economy. They've turned their small size into an advantage, creating a nimble and adaptable economy that can weather global storms. Section 8. The price of prosperity. Not everything is rosy in Switzerland. Now, before you pack your bags and book a one-way ticket to Zurich, it's important to remember that no country is perfect, not even Switzerland. Their economic success comes at a price. The cost of living in Switzerland is notoriously high, which can make it difficult for people to make ends meet, even with good jobs. And while their social safety net is strong, there are concerns about income inequality and the affordability of housing, especially in major cities. Section 9. Can other countries copy Switzerland's success? So, can other countries just copy Switzerland's playbook and become economic powerhouses overnight? Well, it's not quite that simple. Switzerland's success is a product of its unique history, culture, and geographical location. However, there are definitely lessons to be learned from the Swiss experience. Investing in education and vocational training, fostering innovation, maintaining a stable political and economic environment, and, yes, even making really good chocolate can go a long way in boosting a country's economic prospects. Section 10. The future of Switzerland. Still neutral, still rich. So, what does the future hold for Switzerland? Will they continue to be a global economic powerhouse? Or will their neutral stance and reliance on traditional industries eventually catch up with them? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Swiss have a knack for adapting to change. They've weathered countless storms over the centuries, emerging stronger and more prosperous each time. So, don't underestimate the Swiss. They might be small, but they're a force to be reckoned with. And hey, even if the economy tanks, at least they'll always have chocolate.